Okay, so I've been invited to participate in an auction for the Habitat for Humanity, which is a great cause. And so the Restore, which is a part of the Habitat for Humanity group, it is offering to give artists credit where they can go in and purchase things to create an art object to be auctioned off during their event. So it's a great opportunity, and considering I use so much stuff from the Restore, I haunt that place, and I'm always purchasing things from the Habitat for Humanity Restore here in London, as well as St. Thomas, and I guess there's one in Stratford and Listowel as well. So anyways, so I agreed, and so here's my haul, if you will, of the things that I've purchased from the Restore that I think are going to be really cool, transitioned into a very interesting piece. I might have to add some more of my own pieces as well, of what I've already got in my stash, just to fill it out and make the whole thing what I want, because you can never tell. Once you start, things kind of take a life of their own. So anyway, so I just thought I'd show everybody what I picked up. So first of all, I got this fantastic little box, which is a great box. It's in good condition. It's missing handles, but that's neither here nor there, because, you know, I may or may not want handles. So anyway, so here's the first, this lovely box is sort of going to be the base of things, and then this piece, which I'll get to in a second, of how I plan to use it. I'll get into what my thoughts are on what I exactly want to do. But there's this wonderful little stand of some sort, and then I got a bunch of like cool bulbs and fuses. So there's some these aren't fuses, these are vacuum tubes. So I got a couple of really cool vacuum tubes that I use all the time in things, and again, in a few minutes I'll talk about what I exactly plan to use these for in this piece. And some nice little light bulbs, because as you can see, I'm leaning towards making something like a lamp of sorts. So I have, I think, 4 of those. And then these little lamp bits, I don't know what they're actually, they're for the lamp parts, but I use them all the time for flanges, for bits of to feed wires through and that kind of thing, because they're just really great little pieces. And I got these, they're called lock nuts, and again, they make great flanges, they make great goggles. They won't be used as goggles here, they'll likely be a flange or some kind of retaining ring to pass something else through. Same with these, is more of the lock nuts. And a bag of the washers, because I'm always using washers and things. They're so useful that you could just use them for so many reasons. Another light bulb. There's this, which I just like this way that it's wrote, so I could like cut it up, use this part maybe and straight, or it might even, you know, it might even work as some kind of rounded, cut this end off, and it could be like a conduit of some sort inside the piece. We'll figure it out as we go. My plan is to tape this whole adventure and videotape me creating this piece. I'll put it out in chunks, because no one wants to sit and watch 6 hours plus of me fiddling with bits and pieces. This one was terrific. I mean, it's just, could it be more awesome? Like, who knows what I'm going to use it for yet in this piece, but I couldn't resist it. It's awesome. Some chain, because I'm thinking I want to have some chain here and here to kind of make sure that I know it stays, but just to make sure because of what I'm planning on doing. Got a couple of these guys. Now these make wonderful, wonderful switches. Where's the other piece that I picked up with that? Oh no, where is it? I'll find it. Anyway, you insert them in a coupling bit, and they make terrific switches, on-off switches for things. There's a piece of pipe, which is terrific. This guy, which is like this, I have no idea what it's actually for, but it's fantastic. Look at that. They separate those two. This tightens down. This is going to be really cool for something. These brass bits can be, like I said, flanges, or it could be goggles, I suppose, at some point in another life, but it'd be heavy goggles. And this, which, I mean, just look at it, it's fantastic. And I've got some other pulley bits and some little wire bits, some more little bits and pieces. There's the thing I was thinking I was trying to find. So this, you insert these into these little guys. Let's get that right in there. These threaded bits, and then you can insert a rotating switch in here. You attach it in here, and then that makes like a fantastic switch, on-off switch, for that can be, you know, screwed into a piece of pipe to make a really awesome switch. These are terrific, and they're in a plumbing store. They're like $6, and at the Restore you can get them for $2. So look at that. You can't beat that. So, and then there were these things, which I don't know why or even what I plan to do. They look airshipy shaped to me, but also there's just something, I feel like there's something with lighting inside this box somehow. It could be, insert the pigtail socket and make it, you know, there's just something there. Again, I'm not quite sure yet on the hows and whys of things, but these were great. And little screws and bolts, because I go through those like there's no tomorrow on things. Because if I don't solder it down, you know, sometimes things are JB welded, but a lot of things are like mechanical connections, bolts, screws, that kind of thing. These kinds of bits and pieces all make for wonderful parts of that. Here's another bit of pipe, which is always good. Pipe all the time for things. Then there's these, which honestly I have no idea. However, anybody who knows my artwork, hexagons are such a big symbol in my artwork that I could not pass these up. There was a bucket of them. If I could have taken the whole bucket, I would have. I probably should have. Anyway, hexagons are like a prime symbol in a lot of the work I do, a lot of my artwork, because a lot of my artwork has generally centered around ideas of genetics. And so the hexagon is this, I know I'm off topic, hexagon is this whole thing about a benzene ring, which is that sort of hexagon shape that's sort of, that becomes the basis of all carbon life forms. So, and I mean, just in nature, the hexagon is just this wonderful shape and symbol of building and construction and you know, those kinds of things. It's just such a perfect shape. So I was thrilled to find these, and I am probably going to go back to the Restore to see if any of these are left and just buy them all, because even though I have no plan for them exactly what I'm going to do with them here, I will use these in everything. And then I have this, which again, I'm not sure, I'm feeling like it could be some kind of panel, something. I'm not sure exactly what to do with that yet, but great piece nonetheless. So here's the sort of idea. Laura and I, anybody who knows me knows Laura, we were playing around this with ideas of like putting this on here, but I didn't like that. I just thought it looked kind of like a box sitting on a thing. But it's not horrible. I'm not sure that the proportions are right that way. However, if we turn it this way on here, look at how much different that looks, right? So if we put it this way on this stand, and then open the dish, oh, there's a piece left in there, and open the box up this way, this becomes something very interesting. You know, I probably don't need that chain for that. Maybe I might still do it just in case it hangs over the edge a bit of something, just so that it stops it from ever opening too much. Plus there will be all kinds of things in here, so weight won't be a problem. But essentially my idea right now is to just kind of fill this with like lights and bits and things, and just make an interesting sculpture, lamp, if you will, in a way, of, I've made time machines and things before in this sort of way, and it would be nice if it kind of became another time machine. I'd like that. I'm not sure that it will. We'll see what it becomes. If it just becomes, you know, what, it could even look like a plant or something. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to start playing with some stuff, see what happens. But then also, these are other things I got at the Restore, were these guys, which, what is not to love about these? They're metal. They're just beautiful. Laura saw them last minute. Gosh, so many things you could do with that. Like look at that. That's a light lamp waiting to happen, you know. And so even inside, you know, this could look really, really awesome. Bolted up on there like that as a little, oh goodness, it's just making me crazy thinking of how awesome it is. And then lastly, there were 4 of these as well, these glass, straight-sided, so that's nice. But then the really big deal is they have, and they're glass too, they have holes drilled in the bottom. These come off, so if I don't want those, I don't need them. I might still use them, I'm not sure. Now, they might even fit in here. I'll bet they do. Oh my goodness, I'll bet they do. Could maybe do something. Anyway, but you know, lampish, whatever. So these kind of work hand in hand, and these could be really something special in this piece. So I have 4 of these and 4 of these as well. Now I'm not sure that all 4 would, you know, would get too busy, but I would like them together like that. That's really cool. That could easily be stuck together. That's beautiful. Anyway, so there's my haul of stuff that I got from the Restore to put towards my piece for the auction coming up for Habitat for Humanity, and I hope that you can make it out to the auction and bid on, if not my piece, someone else's piece. The money's going to a great cause, and I'm going to videotape more and sort of as I build it, and we'll get to see it put together. Okay,